Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Sean Dexter. And I welcome you back to the Mango Grove on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. The sun is out, the sun is bright, and I am doing pretty damn alright. And what do you know? Bitcoin may actually have some more downside in sight. And man, I am in such a good mood today because Bitcoin gave us a gift of a trade yesterday. Now I usually wait for the Monday morning to put on the trade, but this looked too good to pass up, and I had a big feeling that if I waited for this one to wait for the weekly, for the daily close, I would have missed out. And what do you know, Bitcoin dumping very quickly. You can see that positions started piling on. A lot of people were clearly waiting for this retest in this region over here. Everything lined up, guys. Everything lined up for this trade. It was too good to not take. The patience paid off. We even talked about the setup in our duo video that Krisha and I did on Friday, right? And hey, it all worked out. Let's go ahead and first start with the Mango Research dashboard. This is where you guys probably realize, for those of you who do have access to it, for the beta testers at the very least, the trend signal switched to the short side, and it switched just yesterday on Sunday. And I wanted so badly to just do a video yesterday just to show this to you guys, but I really promised Krisha that I was going to be taking the Sunday off, just kicking back and enjoying a breakfast feast together. We don't usually have breakfast often because we have been intermittent fasting, and I know this intermittent fasting thing is becoming a craze everywhere now. Everybody's doing it. I've been doing it for 8 years, man. 8 years. So it's kind of annoying me now that it's becoming so mainstream. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit. Now over here you can see that the returns since the short trend, since it gave the short signal over here, is 2.56%. But again, guys, if you used it in conjunction with your technical analysis, you could have got in a much better position compared to simply shorting as soon as you got the signal over here. I do believe this gave a signal at around 6,800-ish. I'm not entirely sure. By the way, a new feature that we will be adding very soon is for you to be able to drill down into a particular asset, into a particular coin, and see a trend chart with where the signals were given in the past as well, right? So that'll be very useful, and many more features to be coming. In fact, another really cool feature / indicator that will be included with the premium version of the dashboard that I will be showing you guys very soon. So many exciting things to be coming, man. Like, I'm so excited. This has been so good. It's been improving my trading. It has been adding serious edge and profits to my trading as well. Oh, by the way, I should address this, and this applies to even the beta testers as well, in regards to the premium version of the dashboard. Firstly, don't message either me or Moru. Message Krisha. She will be soon deploying a page on the mangoresearch.co website where you can register for early access. It will be available very soon, so don't worry about that. But yeah, message her and she will put you on the list, so that way you guys get updates on what is to be coming. Maybe by end of day we will have something up and running. No promises on that, but we will try very hard. All right, so going back to what we were talking about, the Mango Research dashboard has been doing really well. It's been a very successful beta run, and hey, it's officially good to go live now for some live usage. This is going to be so useful for all of us in the community, man. So useful. Look at this, for everybody who loves Link, and who doesn't love Link, man. It's such a beautiful chart. Link BTC called the trade 5 days ago, right? And already a 32% win on this. Now, of course, it depends on whether you've taken profits on the way up or not, but still, man, if you left even a portion of the trade in, that portion is up 32%, right? But again, guys, I really want to press on this. Do not use this or anything in isolation. You have to use it in conjunction with your entire technical analysis, with your holistic approach to trading. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself in trouble eventually. All right, do not use anything as a signal service. Mango Research is not about signals, guys. We use everything to add edge, to add confidence to our trades, to give us that edge over everybody else in the market. This is a game against other people, and we have to be winners, right, to be able to survive and put food on our plate. But if you simply take this lightly and go for the easy wins, yes, you're going to catch a lot of them, right? But all it takes is one time to either give up a lot of profits or take a loss that you shouldn't be. Okay, so for example, right over here, actually, this Ethereum trade, I gave you a long signal 5 days ago, and if you simply held on, you would be down today 6%, right? Ethereum went all the way from like 155ish to what, I think 175. I'm not sure entirely what Ethereum went up to, but somewhere around there, right? And we're just giving up that profits. But if you had a proper strategy that you had, or you're using it in conjunction with your strategy, you'd have probably taken profits, or maybe it's going against you right now, but you don't care because it's part of your trend trading strategy and you're feeling strong about it long term, right? Again, guys, you have to use it in conjunction with everything else, and that's when things get really strong. For example, the trade I took over here too, it was based on everything, based on my technical analysis. In fact, let's go ahead and talk about it right now. We'll start with the actual charts. Is this it? Okay, so actually let's start with this. I was talking to you guys about how we are working on a few other cool things, and this is something that we're experimenting with, and it's giving us some really good really good results so far. I've been using it in conjunction with the Mango Vine, and hey, the Mango Vine on the daily, doing it again. We had to be patient, very patient. So we took what, 3 signals on the 12-hour, and we got $1,000 moves. I think the last trade was a good $800 move, right? But hey, 3 signals on the 12-hour, and then you be patient, right? If you guys are do have access to Mango Vine and have access to the tutorial videos, you guys know exactly how to play it, and you guys know that right now the daily, after a very long time, is giving us our signal, right? Again, similar to the 12-hour, we have to be patient for that trade, and when it does come though, right, it gives you that confident trade. You just have to be patient. And if you accumulated charts in this region over here, this, by the way, this was one of the reasons why on Friday I had started taking those smaller positions, right? Even though I wasn't fully confident yet, the Mango Vine started giving the signals, right? And then I had a few criteria that needed to be met to put on that big position. We'll talk about that very soon. But yeah, as you can see, this had a very good confluence. We're looking at the leading edge indicator at the bottom over here, right? This blue oscillator. I'm not sure whether you guys can see it clearly on your screens, but you should. We'll work on thickening the lines and making it a little bit more brighter, some more mango colors. But yeah, right over here, it lined up with the Mango Vine, and the reason we're calling it the leading edge is because it leads the dashboard. Now we're still experimenting with this, so we're not sure if we're going to be including it with the dashboard just yet, but either way, we will be including a lot of features as things roll out, as we test it, as we start seeing good results. A lot of cool features to be coming. But on that note, remember, we are still beta testing this, right? We are still testing this. And would I take a trade simply because I saw this over here? No, but because I'm seeing this over here, because it's lining up with the Vine, because the dashboard is also saying, you know what, it is a time for the trend to switch to short. Along with my technical analysis, I felt confident in putting on that big position that I did last night. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and actually talk about, we'll do a recap of what we talked about on Friday, right? Because on Friday, I alluded to I pretty much spelled out what I was looking for me to have that confidence. And so should I switch on over to the 4-hour time frame? I think I should. Okay, so we're looking at this consolidation area over here, which was pretty much very clear. We were putting in lower highs, but I wasn't too confident on putting on a big position, but I did put on a position because it was very easy to manage, right? If we closed a 4-hour candle above 7,398 or took out these wicks over here around 7,463, I'd simply get out of my position. Okay, but again, I would not put on a big position like I do for my trend trades that I feel very confident of. Why? Because I was just a day or so ago, or 2 days prior, I got invalidated on my previous trend trade, right? So I can't get into another trend trade in the same direction. It doesn't make sense, right? Clearly the trend, if I'm getting invalidated on my trend trade, it means that the trend might be switching around, correct? And what are we looking at? Well, let's put on the 2-day now, turn off our horizontals for a quick second, and we'll turn on the Mango Ribbon. By the way, guys, the Mango Ribbon is completely free. Simply use the link down below and you will be given your access to the Mango Ribbon. I also have a couple of videos out on how to set it up and how to use it. More videos will be coming out on YouTube on that very soon. All right, so Over here, we are looking at pretty much this juncture. Over here, we had highlighted a big yellow box territory. I think it was all the way up to, around 7,600ish, right? But as soon as we close inside it, I was like, wait a minute, things might be switching around now. And we took the 2-day 21 EMA back, all right? So the bulls were able to close above that, and they were able to slightly close above the Kijun too. So that showed a sign of strength. But after that, price started stuttering, right? I was fully expecting a move all the way up to around 8,000, at least 7,700, which was the weekly 21 EMA. If you switch on over to the daily, actually, you're going to see that, hey, we were simply bouncing off the Kijun over here, but not seeing that thrust up, right? And what does that hint to you? Think about it. If you guys are on the Mango Seed program, I want you guys to think back to your institutional order flow module, right? And the paradox. Think back to that one, all right? And by the way, I know some of you guys are skipping that module, and you guys are really skipping a very, very important module. I'm going through the content that you guys are watching, and I can see exactly your progress, everything. Don't worry, I'm not trying to be a spy or anything like that. I'm just like curious to see what modules people are most interested in, and I think it's the name of the module that is scaring you off. But let me tell you, you guys are missing out on some serious edge just by skipping out on that module. For example, Derek, one of our most recent members in the Seed program, messaged me just last night, so early morning my time, and he said, hey, really enjoying the module on institutional investors and the paradox. I've always been curious about a few things that you covered in that module. There are things in that module, guys, that nobody else talks about, so please go ahead and watch it. All right, so let's get back to what we were talking about. As soon as I saw this over here breaking into a major level but not seeing continuation, I got very, very suspicious and started looking for signs of distribution. Found those signs of distribution, and hey, what do you know, dumping back on over to the downside right over here. This over here was a bullish move, guys, breaking over the Kijun, right? But was this simply a way to lure in traders, right? Lure in the trend traders, the support and resistance traders, get that liquidity, and then make the move on over to the downside, trapping them all over here in their trades, right? But even though I was so suspicious, even though I felt strongly about it, I did not put on the big trade until I got that confirmation. Yes, I put on a small position, and when Krisha brought it up on Friday, I made sure to emphasize that, right? I'm like, yes, I am in the trade, I am in profits, but it's nothing to write home about because it is a small position, way smaller than I usually put on, because hey, I don't have my confirmation just yet. I was getting the signal on the mango vine, I was getting other signals as well. We talked about that earlier in this video, but I wanted that full-on confirmation. And when did we get that? Well, you got that when the 2-day lost the 21 EMA right over here, right? We closed the 2-day 21 EMA on the 10th of April. Actually, no, the 2-day start on the 10th of April. We closed it on the 12th of April, right? But again, I was being patient. I was in position, but I wasn't going to short into support. And the 10 SMA right over here was support, and it's been acting as support for a while, right? Look at this, bounced. Look at this, we actually had a bounce yesterday too. So use that to your advantage, guys. And this is what I mean by using your full-on TA, everything in collision, I don't think that's a word, in conjunction. Use it holistically to get some good trades, and right, be patient. If this kept going to the downside and I did not get to add to my position, but forget it, I already have a small position, I'll enjoy the profits, right? But I was patient, and let's go on over to the 4-hour. Everybody was getting caught up onto the lower time frames yesterday, and I don't blame you guys. I was looking at this. If you look at this on the 1-hour time frame, you're going to find asymmetrical triangle or descending triangle, however you want to look at it. Broke on over to the upside. If you guys are in the Mango Growth community, we talked about this. I sent you guys a voice explanation, a voice message rather, where I said, hey, yes, this is a descending triangle, but it doesn't mean it's going to break on over to the downside, not necessarily. In fact, I said very clearly, this looks so obvious that is likely to break on over to the upside, and it did exactly that. Now, I may have been a little biased over there because I wanted it to come to the upside. Why? So I could get my position in. I wanted to get my 7,200 position in, which was essentially also lining up with these guys over here, this breakdown point, right? And it lined up with the wedge too. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that, guys. All of this was, guys. It was the 4-hour wedge, the 12-hour wedge, which had broken on over to the downside. It was the horizontal against this major breakdown point. It was also your 2-day 21 EMA. Let's go ahead and pull that up right now. It was your 2-day 21 EMA. No, sorry, 2-day Kijun. 2-day Kijun. I'll hide the horizontals. It was your 2-day Kijun. I believe it was the daily Kijun as well. Yes, it was the daily Kijun. Your weekly Tenkin, I do believe. No, weekly Tenkin. Yep, it was your weekly Tenkin as well. It had so much confluence. And you also had the Vine, okay? And this is where you can put on that big position. You have the Mango Vine on the daily time frame telling you it is time to look for that short position. And it very, very rarely tells you to look for those big trend trades. But when it does, it gives you a chance at a monster win. And that's what I'm looking for over here, guys. Now, where could this come down to? I don't really know. I'll be taking it one step at a time, like we always do over here at the Mango community, stress-free, right? My first target was around 6,550. I wasn't expecting it to hit that fast, but it did. When I woke up in the morning, price was still sitting at 6,900. I thought I would spend a little bit more time at that 6,750, 6,850 support region before breaking. But hey, I think after this weekly bearish candle, a lot of people just were like, you know, whatever, we're out of this trade. People who are hoping for this to keep continuing on over to the upside. And hey, I don't blame them, because the daily trend was looking good, but it wasn't looking good. It started looking a little weak, to be honest. Let's go back on over to the daily over here. This is the kind of price action you do see when things start weakening out. In fact, this does look a lot like what happened over here, right? This is, again, what we alluded to on Friday's video. We said, looks a lot like the trend that went on to the upside, but all you have to do is be patient, right? Because once you saw this candle over here on the 19th of Feb, you knew that the daily trend was officially done. We've taken out the low as well as close underneath the daily 21 EMA. But hey, you got the retest, the up thrust right over here to short around 10,000, and boom, boom, boom on over to the downside. Very, very similar over here. Now over here, it was kind of like us taking the position a little higher around 10,200, but we got a clue based on the 2-day time frame losing its 21 EMA, as well as Bitcoin over here luring in a lot of liquidity to trap traders on the wrong side of the trade. In fact, if you switch on over to the 4-hour, you're going to see even more similarities. Let's switch on over to the 4-hour. You'll turn on our horizontals, get this into equilibrium. So we have a rising wedge over here, break on over to the downside, retest, and spill on over to the 200 moving average, right? So let's go back on over here. If I can get TradingView to load. Now it's very, very similar. Does not need to be exact. I know people want things to be too exact, and what do you know? Not too hard to draw this at all, right? Rising wedge, whatever you want to call it, blah blah blah. Channel, depends on where you draw it, I guess. Maybe you could draw it like this and call it a rising wedge, right? Break on over to the downside, retest, and where do you come on to? The 200 moving average. Now we did have a bounce off that too. Maybe Bitcoin has a bounce over here. Again, a trend is a trend, right? Trends don't move down, guys. Trends move in ebb and flows. So this may actually come up and retest the structure here around 6,800, 6,900. By the way, I could be completely wrong on my thesis. And when we do come up over here and so simply testing and coming back down, we may break on over to the upside and then see Bitcoin perhaps even break 8,000. Please do not use this channel as a signal service. Do not, guys. The entire point of this channel is for me to explain my thoughts, explain how I am looking at the charts over here, and for you guys to come up with your own trade ideas and say, hey, Sean is wrong, he's missing something over there, and then let me know if I'm missing it, right? Because I want to learn from you guys as well. Do not think that I am always going to be right. Hell, I've been wrong enough times, man. Every trader loses trades. Every trader is wrong. You do not win every single trade. And if you guys are looking at only the trades that I'm winning and then decide to follow that next trade, it's going to be the trade I get wrong. It's going to be the trade that I get wrong. Because don't ever get into your mind and say, hey man, all I have to do is follow Sean's trades or so-and-so person's trades on YouTube and I'll do fine. I should not follow myself. Do not ever do that. Do not ever do that. Because when you give up on yourself, right? When you give up on yourself and pick someone else to believe in, that is the time that person ends up failing on that one trade and you would have been right on your idea instead. That will be the time. That's just how the world works, man. Do not ever give up on yourself, okay? Because the guy who's following his own trade ideas, he's not giving up on himself, okay? He will lose that trade and be like, okay, cool. Did I do something wrong with that trade? Would I have taken that trade again? Okay. Self-reflection, done, move on to the next trade. He's not following your trade ideas. Why are you following his trade ideas? Follow your own ideas. This channel is only to help you understand the basic foundations to come up with your own ideas, all right? Man, I don't want to rant today, but yeah. So, yeah, let's talk about coming up with your own ideas. What I suggest is stick to the higher time frames. I know I'm showing you guys the lower time frames a lot, but I use that more in order to pinpoint my entries. I am playing the higher time frames, guys. Don't have to play the weekly per se, because the weekly does require a lot of patience, but I am looking at the weekly all the time. It's always at the back of my head, and this weekly candle over here is a rejection of the Tenkin. That's why I wasn't too interested on taking longs, even though I was invalidated on my thesis initially on my trend trade. Clearly, I was wrong about being wrong. We'll talk about that too, perhaps tomorrow. I wasn't too interested in taking longs over here, right? Why would I do that against weekly resistance? Weekly Tenkin, weekly 10 SMA coming down over here too now. Weekly 21 EMA, not too far ahead. We have this entire box over here, guys, of resistance. That's not an easy long, and you guys know that I like easy trades, right? And the easy trade was towards the downside. We just had to look at the lower time frames, and by lower time frames I'm talking about the daily and the 2-day, to get that confirmation so that we get a good entry and the trade starts moving in our favor sooner than later. All right, so getting back on over to the weekly. This is not looking good at all for the weekly. The fact that we've taken out this wick over here at 6,749 already screams continuation towards the downside. We also have this bearish candle rejection right over here. Where do we come down? If I was looking only at the weekly, I'd be targeting around 5,879 next. Okay, that would be my next target. Let's see, actually, turn on the mango ribbon. 200 style. Okay, there you go. So the 200 EMA comes right over there as well. So that would be a nice target, 5,900-ish. Again, this is the weekly though, and you guys need to understand that it will take its time. If you guys are looking for targets along the way, you can switch on over to the lower time frames and get your targets, because the weekly is not showing too many targets. You can use the daily, the 12-hour, the 4-hour, depends on you and your style. We'll go ahead and look at the 4-hour now just to wrap this up, just to give you guys an example of how you guys can do this. And it's not too difficult at all, right? Again, depends on you. First target that I'd be looking at, if I was short from the top, would be around 6,800. We already come there, of course. Next one would be the bottom of this order block over here, which is around 6,540-ish. And again, that's where I was targeting. We are not broken that just yet. We're sitting in the middle of this range now between 6,800. We can adjust this slightly, I guess. Bring this down lower to match these guys now, 6,777-ish and 6,547. We also have a major monthly level at around 6,400 that you could play off, but hey, the monthly only closes in 15 days, more than 15 days actually. So we could actually come break this level over here, come all the way down to this level over here. So we can actually mark this out as a zone now. So around 5,800 to 5,850-ish, and still close above this monthly level at around 6,400, right? So we could come down to 5,800, which lines up with what? Your weekly level, right? It was, right? Let me go ahead and pull it up. Your weekly 200 EMA, I'm forgetting now. So the 200 moving average is at 5,600 and the EMA, I believe, is at 5,800. Let's go ahead and do it again. Yeah, there you go. So I really like that as a target. I really like that as a target, 5,800, 5,900. It does seem to line up very, very well. So yeah, that's it for Bitcoin, guys. I really, actually, let's go ahead and do Chainlink too quickly to wrap this up. A gift for you guys. Hey, it is Monday after all. And here we have Link BTC on the daily time frame. And man, I have to say, Link is so freaking strong. It gave us a bit of a worry around this area over here. If you guys do remember, the last time I covered Link, we talked about how, hey, Link is kind of spending too much time around this yellow zone over here, these two yellow horizontals. The last line of defense is this trend line over here, guys. This is how beautiful Link is. This trend line, if we come and break this trend line, right, which pretty much highlighted this wedge or ascending triangle, depending on how you're drawing it and looking at it, then it's going to be ugly, and then we're going to look for big moves to the downside, 24,000 first, and then after that 15,000, right? But hey, what do you know, Link pulling through. Look at that move to the upside, so beautiful. Let's switch on over to the daily to look at it. Okay, it looks even better on the daily. Look at that, coming straight close, very, very close to that wedge over here. If it went further would have got really, really tight. And that's a good 50%, 54% move, and it's still going, which leads me to believe that Link USD did not take a move to the downside, even though Bitcoin did, because this is still looking really, really good. So in fact, it's going up, right? So Link USD is probably pulling through really well. Let's go ahead and check out Link USD. That's the chart you guys are all interested in. And what do you know? Made its way all the way to our blue box territory to the upside, right? So broke the blue box territory to the middle territory, which was the first area of contention, right? We've been talking about this. As soon as we take out this area, the next area would be this. If we break this area, then we can say, hey, you know what? Link is looking really, really bullish again, and it's time to look for those long trades, looking all the way up to $4.80 perhaps again, right? Definitely, but we've not done that just yet. I do want to switch on over to the 4-hour time frame. I think we got the perfect entry here. Look at that, guys, breaking to the upside. Patience, right? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4-hour candles. That's just 12 hours. Go have a great day with your family. Come back. Link giving you the re-entry right over here, $2.64, making its way up to our next blue box strategy right over here. And what do you know? What do you know? First target, hit it. You can take your profits, and then coming down over here, getting front run. I think this is where Carlos from the Mango Seed program, he had posted his trade and he missed his re-entry, right? Because he had taken profits over here and he tried entering right over here. He missed his re-entry, and price ran away from him. And we were talking about this in yesterday's video. Do you long over here? Do you long over here? Because you want your entry back if you missed it? No, you don't. If you're playing the ranges and you're entering and exiting, you have to take the punches if they come. And sometimes the punches will happen to be a punch where you miss your entry and the trade runs away from you, right? That's the sacrifice if you don't want to be a trend trader, because being a trend trader means sometimes you have to sit through these painful moments, and the painful moments may turn into more painful moments, right? It's a give and take, guys. It's a give and take. So what do? You wait patiently. If you're playing this on the daily or the 12-hour, I suggest playing this you could play this on the 12-hour. Link works well, but I'd wait for the daily to close above here, okay? Wait for the daily, at least 2 4-hour candles. Did we close 2 4-hour candles above it? No, we didn't. Had 1 4-hour candle, and then right after closed right back inside, right? And then boom, 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 gave the entire blue box territory back. So this was very trappy. Looks, this was actually a trap. Yeah, this was a trap. So closing a 4-hour candle to the upside, and pretty much lined up with probably Bitcoin's move to the downside as well. And now, can we make our way back up over here? Again, same rules apply. Okay, same rules apply. If we can close 2 4-hour candles above this blue box territory, I'll be looking for $3.85 next. If we keep getting resistance here, I'd be looking towards first target $3.13, next target $2.92. If we break this as well again, I'd be looking back on over to $2.60. Very beautiful chart. I'm half inclined to stop trading Bitcoin and only trade Link. I'm really considering it. But liquidity is really good too, man. So why am I not? Really, why am I not? It's just I'll have to switch on over to Coinbase and then Binance. That being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday morning. It is a really beautiful day outside. I know this entire lockdown thing, this coronavirus pandemic is putting people down. Everybody wants to get out of the house, but they can't. But I really suggest using this time to improve yourselves, invest this time in yourselves. You guys will not get a better time to, get 3 weeks to just study, to improve. If you guys, for those of you who are lagging behind in the C program, get on the content, man. Get on your homework exercises. Get on the modules. Start rewatching them. Because I understand that many of you guys still have full-time jobs, and it's really hard to get the time to fully engross yourself in the studying and the learning, right? Well, this is your opportunity. You will never get another opportunity like this, guys. Professors actually work for years to be able to get a sabbatical where they can just study and research. You guys are being given this as a gift. Usually when you leave your university life, your study life, you do not get this chance again. Okay, your job will require way too much from you, and when you do get a vacation, you're not going to use it to study. This is it. Use it.